Welcome back, folks, to my Let's Play Pillars of Eternity, the Complete Edition on Nintendo Switch. When we last left off, we ended up completing the quest for Dalton. We ended up giving him the amulet that had his lover's soul in it, and he broke it. Now we are going to go rest and sell things, and then we're going to go to that meeting. So, let's hop to it, shall we? Alright, let's go to the Goose and Fox. Because Rocky keeps complaining about sleep. And I think I need to sell things too, right? Or did I do that already? No, I did that already. Okay, never mind. We just need to sleep then. We'll sleep and then we'll head to where we need to go for the main quest. Now, I've never been this far at all, so I really have no clue what to do. So this will be new for me and you, unless you played this already. In which case, oh, good for you. Yes. Alright, as always, I will pause the transition. Okay. Lively place, isn't it? You'll find all sorts. Everyone's a philosopher here. Indeed.
Welcome.
The man behind the bar, nearly the size of a Akuma, a handle protrudes from his back. His face set in a stoic frown. He gives you a small nod. Here for a drink? There's a tiny pewter and cup in front of him. He turns it in one broad hand, but doesn't drink from it. Can I get a room? I'll show you what we got. Okay, we got plenty of money, so let's stay in the best one. Yes. Nothing like sleeping by a fire. Okay, there we go. Now they're all rested. Okay, now where do we go? No, not camp. Journal. No. Okay. Okay, I gotta return to Lady Webb. Okay. That shouldn't be too hard. We just gotta go straight down south, I believe. Yeah, to Lackenbear. And then once there, we get to the Harriet house. And I'm gonna make sure I save before I go, because usually it's the Harriet house that makes me crash. Lackenbear. Yes. Okay. Oops. Wrong button. It is... Yeah, the Hearted House. It's just right over here. Wonder if there's going to be any more assassins. We still got to pick up that stuff that they dropped. I think it's over here. Let's see if there's even worth anything, though. We can take the... No, I didn't want that. Scrawled note. Examine. Written on the scrap of parchment is a curse but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, everyone you've known to have associate with in your brief time with the Direwood. Okay. We'll just leave the rest here. This is probably the same thing, right? Yeah. Yeah, so the Latent Key really wants me dead. That's not a surprise. Let's save. There we go. Just in case it crashes. And away we go. And we are back. And see, that's why I save. Because every time I come to the Hardred house, it crashes. Which is not good. I believe she's upstairs. Hopefully it doesn't crash again. It's always in this house that it crashes. Okay, she's over here, isn't she? I don't remember where she's at. I know she... yeah, she's up here. There we go. How fares your search? I want to discuss the animancy hearing at the palace. What of them? House Darnell has accepted me into their delegation. Unlikely as it seems, House Darnell is as much responsible for maintaining the peace as the Crucible Knights. The Duke understands this, and he will hear you out if they are with you. You need not waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of the Direwood could be mobilized against the Latent Key, and Thalos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of very good brandy that I've been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterwards, there may be a little left for you. Off with you, she smiles thinly. You're going to do very well there. Okay. That's it. Now we gotta head to the first fires. So, let's do that then. Okay, we gotta hit the first fires. And that's up here. Now, what could go wrong in this? Probably everything for Ragi and her companions. More than likely, there's gonna be, if there's anything like any other story, first fires, there's probably gonna be some treachery afoot. Or maybe the game will surprise us and no treachery. But I highly doubt that. I think we will be betrayed. More than likely we will be betrayed. It always happens. Okay, here we are. Oops. We gotta go to the Ducal Palace. That's our next place we gotta go to. Messengers from the Gilded Veil bring shocking news. Lord Reddick IV, loyal by Kostak, the last 11. Oh, okay. That's what we did. We slayed his ass.
Politics, infighting, greed, and a shrine to Margaret as well. Her clergy belongs there.
Huh. Do we need to talk to them? Won't be long before we're a formal knighthood. Yes, we want to go in here. And we are here. Welcome to the Ducal Palace.
Hail, traveler.
The young woman wears a simple but well-tailored uniform. She watches the coming and goings around her with quiet attention. Any news to share, or are you just here to see the Ducal? What's the Ducal Palace? It is the seat of government here in Defiance Bay. This is where the Ducal Armith Hadrit declares freedom from Idrian rule some 150 years ago. She lowers her voice and grins. It's also a hotbed of regional politics. Trust me, the gossip here beats what you'll find in any tavern or brothel in the city. All the Direwood politics. It changes too quickly to be worth keeping up with. Better to strike up a conversation in the taverns than try to loiter inconspicuously in the palace corridors. Looking for news? Tell me about the current Duke. That would be Avatar Wolfgren. Don't let the title fool you, though. Our dukes have been elected since independence. Some find Duke Avar rather coarse. He is a frontier noble, personally. Frontier noble. Personally, I think a rough and tumble type is just what the Defiance Bay needs. Goodbye. Okay. No matter what goes on there, the palace is a symbol of local pride for Defiance Bay. Okay, I believe it's up here. We gotta go. At least I hope. No, that's the record keeper.
Good day to you.
A talented man with graying hair pours over a tome. He's just withdrawing from one of the cells. He glances up at you with baggy eyes. Yes? Is there something I could pull for you? We're looking for whether one of the states were, trying to find out what happened to someone. The man clears his throat. We've had a number of inquiries about such information. I'm afraid we had to bar access to the public. Seems there are quite a number of folk in Direwood who bear ill towards redcoats. It would be irresponsible to surrender their names to just anyone. Many came to settle here as refugees. Perhaps if you were more established in Defiance Bay, things would be different. But I have no reason to suspect you'll be any different from others. Might 16, I take what I want. The record keeper frowns. In the Duke's palace, I can assure you that you do not. Besides, without my assistance, you'll be shopping through scrolls for years. We've come a long way. I just need to find out about my brother. I don't even know what side he fought for. You must understand. I have heard many such stories. I'm afraid there's nothing I could do for you. Farewell. Okay. Well, that was a waste of time. We received word from Lord Darmel that you would be attending, Ragi. The balcony has been opened for you. Okay, it froze. There we go. Duke Avar Wolfgren. The room below is an animated amidst heated debate. All the representative groups are easily disconcerted in the crowd. Crucible Knights stiff their noisy armor sit in one section. Another well-dressed members of the House Dormel casually watching with predator's interest. Still elsewhere there are ransacked dozens who have made no special effort to dress up for their liege lord. Interspersed are animators in the academic robes with expressions neither sour nor concerned. At the back of the chamber seats the Duke sprawled on his throne, worn down but alert and feisty nonetheless. Oh, excuse me. Well, answer me this, Master Basek. If you animators represent our best hope to cure the legacy, what progress can you demonstrate? As I said, it isn't about progress, it's about potential. My house would agree, Your Grace. We see great potential in its future. And I suppose your blazing profits during the legacy don't have nothing to do with it? Do they, Dormel? You can't have it both ways no more. Animachi goes or this country goes. So you admit, Master Bressic, that Animachi is no closer to stopping the legacy than it ever was? No, we have shown many promising experiments. Carmenanzo has shown... Casamanando murdered a child for a complete failure. We should be hanging him right now for what he's done. The dozen won't stand for it. The experiment failed, yes, but his work was sabotaged. All at once, the attendees turned their face towards you, a mismatch of judgment and indulity. Only the Duke, wild-looking man with a scratchy beard, seems unfazed by your interruption. Ah, our new delegate from House Normel. What makes you say sabotage? I met the false patient in Backenberg Sanitarium who tampered with Azenal's machinery. The fuck that even matter? These people would be toying with the lives of our children. Indeed, even assuming there was sabotage, is this Animaster Azrael still not accountable? Those who know me around here know me to be fair in judgment. Oh, I don't have lore 5 though. What should I do? Mighty Mo. Tiger by his toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Horseshit! These animators can't be trusted. Look at what happened in Heritage Hill. I suppose to protect us from the Crucible Keep can't even clean up the messes Animancys leaves. Your Grace, we have much easier time of it if our knights weren't too occupied trying to keep their organization from igniting a revolution on our very doorstep. Heritage Hill's blood is on your hands, Jaskar. You turned a blind eye and look what happened. I've been to Heritage Hill since the quarantine. Though the knights were unable to control the damage, it was not animancy, but an ancient machine that caused it. You've some strange taste in travels, friend. The height of your tales expands every breath. I want to be honest. My word is my oath. I challenge anyone here to find someone who knows different. I have heard whispers of a new delegate sent to attend to today's hearing. I admit that your candor was mentioned more than once. Tell us what you saw in Heritage Hill. Tier Northern House, an Edwin machine that holds domination over the floor souls. It was a machine that made the district undead. Do you think that... excuse me, I'm getting my voices mixed up. Do you not think that it was the machine's purpose, or just a dire side effect? Punish others. But then why would the Interwinds build a machine at all? Even if it's just as you say, we have testimony that a group of animators have been spending time there. Surely their tinkling has something to do with it. I have reason to believe there were others at the tower who might have done this. Animancy has many enemies. You only need to look around this room to see it. But you're not just missing the point. Everywhere there's animancy, there's disaster. We know what Wayne's legacy really about, and it ain't about some sparkling saint from Creed Crea, who's mad because he took his throw down the wrong bridge. Ha! Wrong bridge indeed. It's about a bunch of so-called intellectuals fucking with the natural order while the rest of us suffer for it. Is it though? Should we not take time to reach a clear conclusion? I mean, what proof do we have? My son and daughter are buried beneath the floor of my house. We do not own no land, so that's where we lay them. My son, my wife, let him slip when she was bathing him. Got water in his lungs and could not cough up. My daughter was put to bed one night, and next morning she wasn't breathing. This hollow thing isn't ending. And that ain't ending cause we still letting these charlatans play God. There's your proof, you damned copperfucker. Enough, Erdrick. Lady Domel makes a point. If it's animancy, then we do the other states that permit practice to suffer the same fate. Who among us could say he can truly understand why a legacy is taking hold here? I can. The crowd begins to mother, the sound of taking a doubtful character. Wow, this is getting deep. Right idea, Watcher. Taking his hearing by the curly ones. Don't waste your chance. Warden's legacy is a creation of the Laden Key. Chairman Ansel's downfall was their work, as was the tower in Heritage Hill. They want you to do this. They want animancy to fall. The Duke mutters, expands into a dim skepticism that fills the hall. I've seen them in the ruins of Irgalfen, operating the machines that disrupt and redirect the flow of souls. Near towns like Guildvale and Darwood, where the legacy is universal. As a watcher, I have heard the dead confess their plots. They are stealing souls of the unborn. Beast! Another lunatic at a hearing. Did you not remember to lock your sanitarium before you left Master Broderick? The room laughs. Huh. If the Duke says no theory has more proof than any other, what's the harm in hearing one more? The Duke leans forward in his throne, a trace of curiosity inside. You must know, friend, that the Laden Key is a mantle for us small-time ruffians and children that play. I'm not saying you're a liar, not yet, but you better stop making sense of all this. Help us believe you. Science and practice. From who hate Darwood once you suffer. How much money? I don't know. We don't want something here. If you know anything about me, you know this. I have been called many things, but never a liar. An honest witness is the best piece of evidence you have in this matter. The only piece of evidence. The only piece of evidence that doesn't send your kind to the gallows, you mean. You've made an unexpected case, friend. I'll say that much. It seems we have a new possibility to consider, at the very least. How was it that you came to learn all this? House Darmel provided me with the resources I needed, and I owe them a great debt. It's very good to see House Darmel putting their considerable resources to use in solving this matter, in which we all have a stake. But these hearings are about more than Whiting's legacy, even though it's our most pressing concern. Let's say for a moment that I were to take you at your word that our friends in Blackenberry Sanitarium and their peers have bear no responsibility to the curse upon my country. I'm curious, what would you do if you were in my position? Shit! I hate when they put you in these predicaments where you gotta actually, Oh, wow. Animancy should be studying Darwood. If you don't, someone else will. They will report over you. Animancy Darwoods have been given too long of a lease. Should be restricted and controlled. Oh. Animancy should be studying in Darwood. If you don't, someone else will, and they'll wield greater power over you. I'll shake his head. Animators serve their own ambitions and their own purposes. Giving them this power is like setting a child loose on an armory. Very well. This is all I wish to hear. Not from you, but from everyone. Many days have been at this. It's time we put it to rest. I want to thank the delegation for helping me collect my thoughts, and our new delegate, who has warned us of a new possibility we must look into. The time has come to choose a direction for the Darwood. I'm ready to make my proclamate.
Ramir de Barash, representing the interests of animancers in Deerwood. Step forward.
Oh.
Your Grace.
Uh-oh.
It occurs to me now that my concerns about animancy may not outweigh its value.
Forgive me, Your Grace. We will accept no judgment but our own.
What's he doing?
No! Avenge the Duke!
No, wait!
Stop this at once!
Oh, shit.
I've given you every chance to end this pursuit. Shall I end it for you? Another time. I am already late.
What? The words, "Shall I end it for you?" rings in your ears. You find yourself gasping for breath, struggling to keep your own balance. You drop to your knee and watch as Thyros hurries off to the building. The world dims around you, and screams of clashing of weapons fall to silence. All that remains are the words.
Shall I end it for you?
Thyros stands at the pulpit high above the assembly of robed onlookers, you among them, clustered around a wide, circular pit carved of stone. He addresses a woman bound backwards over a large iron wheel overlooking the great stone maw. Many of the women's fingers and toes are severed, and the bottoms of her feet are charred black. The skin on one side of her face looks melted, like melted candle wax, black and red, seeping, and the angle of her back suggests spine in ruins. Yet for all that, her expression betrays little of her anguish.
I am already at peace, Grand Inquisitor. Are you?
Her eyes barely open. Her words come between strangled breaths, but they are steady and unbroken.
So be it. If you desire no end, you shall have none. I find you guilty of heresy. May the eternal prison bar your soul from passage, for it is beyond redemption.
He nods at the hooded attendant, who begins untying her from the wheel. Was granted domination over the sleepers. You open your eyes and at the beam ceiling of the palace grand entry. The clangs of metal, shrinking metal wrath from the outside along the cries of injured as you stagger to your feet. Thalos is gone. Elder leans in, his head upside down in your sight. He peers down at you from above. Hey, you're alive. He looks you over, frowning. Can't move? We shouldn't stick around. When dire winds get stirred up, they'll likely start burning things. Off your side, you can hear the clanking of chainmail, and you look over to see a wounded guard slump against the wall. He's trying to say something, seemingly directed at you at first, but it's far too faint to hear. He gathers his breath and manages to rasp up a few words. Lady Webb, she's the only... She must be told. She'll know what to do. Please. Find her. Tell her everything. The guard passes out and slides to the floor still. Holy shit, guys. Oh, wow. We are going to call it here. This was... Wow. Will Roggi and her companions get blamed for this? They might. As always, hit the like button if you like. Dislike button if you dislike. If you're new, subscribe. Hit the bell thing so it rings. And I'll see you next time. Hop you later.